Namaste, welcome to Flow and Restore Yoga. My name is Michelle Chua. You'll want to have for this practice 2 blocks, a strap, a bolster, and a blanket. You may like to start with the folded blanket, sitting on top of that so that you can allow your spine to feel a bit more upright, if that's more comfortable for you. Sit in a way that allows you to feel grounded, open and alert, as well as relaxed. And allow yourself a moment to consciously arrive and let go of attending to what's not relevant to your yoga practice for the next hour and 15 minutes or so. Here's a very short quote by meditation teacher or philosopher Alan Watts. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now. And instead of calling it work, realize it is play. I love that. Do you ever get submerged into whatever you're doing that it just kindles a sense of joy just because you're wholeheartedly present? Let's bring that into the physical practice today. And today's guided meditation at the end will be a deep relaxation, mindfulness meditation with the body. So really finding different angles to immerse yourself in your bodily presence. Let's begin by checking in with the body. Maybe close the eyes. Sense what you're feeling around your neck and shoulders. Then continue on your own to scan all throughout your body, bringing a kind, friendly awareness to what's there. Notice the qualities that you can feel in the breath without changing the way you're breathing. Cultivating an open-minded curiosity. And in the breathing, observe how you're feeling energetically right now. And now bring your awareness to your mind and your heart. What's present there? What has your attention been habitually placed on today? And how have you been feeling emotionally? What is your heart asking you to hold space for? Let's begin to slow the breath down, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the lips. Inhaling a little slower. And emptying it completely. Bring that engaged presence into the simple act of breathing. Simple yet vital act of breathing. How does it feel to truly commit your attention to what's here right now? What's something that you appreciate in this present moment? Begin to clarify your intention for your practice today. How might you cultivate the feeling of play through the act of being present. And then I invite you to choose someone to dedicate your practice to, someone that you might like to encourage to feel the joy of presence. Together, let's join our voices to create resonant space to share the practice in by chanting Om 3 times. Continue to engage your mind in the present moment as well as your physical body using the practice of Ujjayi Pranayama, which means victorious breathing. So let's start. Close the lips, softly narrow the back of your throat. Create a very gentle, smooth whispering sound as you breathe, slowly and evenly in and out through your nose. Listen to a few cycles of that. Really take your time. Feel the full expansion of the in-breath and the complete release of the out-breath. And see if you can keep that same slow, mindful rhythm going, especially throughout the first half, which is the vinyasa flow part of our physical yoga practice. So come on down to your hands and knees, and let's start to move in cat-cow to that pace of breath. So set your hands at the top of your mat, spread the fingers wide and flat. Stack your shoulders above your wrists, but step your knees back a couple of inches behind your hips. Let the breath lead. Inhaling, begin to glide your chest forward and coil it up. Drop the shoulders, look up, cow pose. Exhaling, contract your abdomen, slowly doming your back into cat pose. Keep going again. Inhale, draw the heart forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhale from the belly in and round the back. A few more cycles on your own. Cat-cow in Sanskrit is called Bitalasana. So we're going to have an overall physical opening practice, focusing on different parts of the body. At the end of your exhalation, tuck your toes and lift your hips into downward facing dog and spend the first few breaths there, slowly pedaling your feet in place, helping to warm up your hamstrings and calves. Attuning to the sound of your breath. Softly shake your head a few times, helping to relax your neck as you lift the shoulders back and spread your fingers flat like roots of a stable tree. Nod your head a few times too. And then open up across the shoulder blades by spinning your outer upper arms or triceps towards the ground. And lift the hips even higher if you can. Feel free to bend the knees if that allows your spine to lengthen more easily. Firming in the belly, press your chest towards your shins. Relax your neck completely and steady your gaze on one spot, letting the movements in the body dissolve to stillness. Listen to 3 more slow breaths in Adho Mukha Svanasana. As you press the hands down, inhale, raise your right leg behind you. Try to keep the hips leveled in height. As you exhale, round forward, bending the knee high towards your nose to activate the belly. And quietly as you can, step the foot beside your right thumb. Lower the left knee to the floor and press to your right foot. As you inhale, sweep the arms and gently lift the heart towards the sky. Drop the shoulders back, lift the frontal hip bones, and lengthen your tailbone downward as you lift the back ribs. 2 more deep breaths here in Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, backstroke your arms, place your hands flat on the floor, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg behind you, keeping the hips leveled. Exhale, engage your abdomen around into plank. Softly step the foot beside your left thumb and lower your right knee. Press down to your left foot, sweep the arms, inhale to Anjaneyasana. So drop the tailbone, lift your frontal hip bones, and coil your chest up. Let the shoulders relax down as you gaze up. 2 more breaths. With your exhalation, backstroke the arms, lower your fingertips at the top of your mat and step forward. Uttanasana, forward folds. Press your hands into your shins, blocks, or the ground, and inhale, lengthen your spine forward to Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Exhale, Uttanasana again. Press to your feet, inhale, sweep the arms forward, rise all the way up, and coil your chest. Drop the shoulders. Exhale, join your hands in prayer from your crown to your heart center. And let's begin Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar A. Flowing with gratitude and intention. Inhale, sweep your arms forward, drop the shoulders, lift your heart. Exhale, bow from your hips. Lower your fingertips on the earth. Inhale, step your left knee behind you and step into plank. Exhale, glide forward, graze the elbows by your ribs, and lower through Chaturanga Dandasana gently onto the ground. Press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, Cobra, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips back. Pause here, steady the gaze for 3 breaths. Can you feel the power of stillness as well as the power of movement? When you've emptied the next breath, walk or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, press your blocks or the ground, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to your feet, rise. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, join your hands at your hearts. Once again, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Press with your hands, inhale, lengthen forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Walk the right foot back and step to plank. Exhale, lower forward through Chaturanga. This time, choose Cobra or upward facing dog as you inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. Cultivating stillness, observe what you can sense in your mind body right now. When you finish the exhale, walk or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen forward. Stay here, lower the fingertips on blocks or the floor in front of you. Use blocks if the ground feels so low that your spine is bowing forward instead of being parallel to the floor. You can bend the knees slightly, draw the navel in, send the shoulders back and lengthen the crown of your head forward. Now flex your left foot and straighten it behind you into a supported warrior 3. Turn the left outer hip to face the ground. Tack the right outer hip back. And focus on lengthening the midline of your body in both directions. Forward through the crown, back through the inner left heel. 2 more breaths. Virabhadrasana 3. Start to bend your right knee, cartwheel the arms, and step back to Warrior 2. Align your right heel to intersect the arch of your left foot and steady your gaze just past your right hand as you open the arms wide. How's your breathing? Straighten your right leg, slide your hips towards your rear wall, triangle pose. Lengthen your spine forward and lower your right hand on your right shin or just to the right of that shin on a block of the floor. Spin your chest slightly to face the sky. Steady your gaze and tune into 3 more expansive breaths. Look at your right foot. Lower your hands to frame that ankle with hands on blocks or the ground. Step your left foot forward, maybe another 5 inches or so that you can have a shorter stance as you separate your feet about hips width sideways. Straighten the legs, square the hips forward, and inhale, press your hands down, lengthen your spine down the midline of your mat. Prepare to twist. Use the right thumb to hook the right hip crease back and start to rotate your rib cage to the right while keeping your hips leveled. Raise your right arm up, and with each in-breath, press to your feet, activate the muscles in your legs to feel grounded while you stretch your spine further forward. With each out-breath, hug your hips towards your midline, stabilize the lower back as you twist across your waist. Last 3 breaths here in twisting triangle. Optional to place the left hand on the right side of the front foot, taking it a little further, if that's available. Harita Trikonasana. Gaze at your right foot. Lower your hands on your 2 blocks. Bend the right knee slightly, lift the left leg. Keep squaring the hips. Inhale, lift your torso forward, standing splits. As you lift the left leg, bow forward towards the right shin. Regardless of how high you're lifting the left leg, let it be more important to keep your hips balanced and stabilize your lower back. You might opt to play with your balance some more by walking the hands back closer to your right foot. Maybe wrapping an arm or 2 around the right calf. A few more breaths. Try to relax your neck, relax your face. Maybe even smile. Step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Press into your blocks if you need, so that your spine is parallel to the floor. You can bend the knees as well. Lift the belly in, draw the shoulders back. Now flex your right foot and extend the right leg behind you into supported Warrior 3. As you rotate your right outer hip to face the ground, tack your left outer hip back and keep growing through the center line of your body in both directions. Few last breaths. Supported Virabhadrasana 3. Bend your left knee and softly land the right foot at the rear of your mat, windmilling your arms into Warrior 2. Align your left heel to the arch of your right foot. And land your eyes with intention just past the left hand. Tune into a few more breaths. Triangle pose, straighten your left leg, sweep your hips towards your rear wall, and lengthen your torso forward, placing your left hand on your left shin, or just to the left of your left leg as you spiral your chest slightly to face the sky. Draw your shoulder blades back and lengthen your neck. A few more deep breaths in Trikonasana. Look at your left foot and lower your hands to frame your left ankle, hands on blocks or the floor. Step your right foot forward about 5 inches forward to a shorter stance. Separate your feet sideways about hips distance, keeping the legs straight, the heels grounded. Square your hips to face forward. Then press your hands down and inhale, lengthen the top of your head forward. Prepare for a twist. Use the left thumb to hook the left outer hip back while you rotate your rib cage to the left side. Twisting triangle, raise the left arm up. Ground through your feet, lengthen forward as you breathe in, and continue to twist at your waist as you breathe out. Optional to place the right hand on the left side of your front foot. A few more breaths in Parita Trikonasana. Gaze down at your left foot and lower your hands on your blocks again. Place the blocks in front of the foot and bend the knees slightly, lean forward as you raise the right leg, standing splits. Keep the hips squared, flex the back foot, and inhale, lift your torso forward. Then exhale, bow towards your left shin. You might play with walking the hands closer to your left foot, maybe holding the calf with your left arm or the right. How's your breathing here? Step the right foot to meet the left, forward folds. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Inhale, lengthen forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Bend the elbows apart like a cactus shape, and we're gonna play with a little more balance in eagle. Cross your right elbow over the left and hook your thumbs or wrap your forearms and palms. Shift your weight onto your right foot and turn out your left leg at the hip. While flexing the left foot, wrap it over the right leg as much as you can, sitting lower as you point both hips forward. You might tuck the left toes behind the right calf. Relax the shoulders, steady your gaze, and notice how it feels to concentrate. Prepare to take flight. Inhale, lift the forearms a little higher. Exhale, expand your wings. And come into mountain pose. Just pause for a moment, maybe close the eyes. Allow a couple of deep breaths to just feel your body and mind. With your feet touching each other, bend your knees, come back to chair. Bend your elbows apart, and this time cross your left elbow over the right. Hook your thumbs or wrap your forearms and palms. Shift your weight onto your left foot, turn out the right leg, and flex the foot. Wrap your right leg as much as you can over the left and sit lower. If you tuck your right toes behind your left calf, tack the right hip back and square your hips evenly to face the front. Let's tune into 5 more deep breaths. Letting yourself fully be here in your body, in whatever is happening with your body. Bringing that caring friendliness. Inhale, lift your forearms a little higher. Exhale, spread your wings, mountain pose. Pause, couple of breaths. Let's find a way to sit As we make our transition into the yin, restorative part of our practice, I invite you into some breath work to help us transition. So make sure you're sitting in a way that you can breathe comfortably, your spine is upright, your body is relaxed. I invite you into 3-part breathing or Durga Pranayama. This lengthens the out breaths for longer duration, which can be calming and grounding, relaxing for the nervous system. So first, picture your torso as if it were a jar. The bottom of the jar is your pelvic floor. The top of the jar is the top of your neck. Then imagine dividing that jar into 3 cross sections. The first, or the lowest cross section, is from your pelvic floor to your belly button, all the way around. The second, or middle cross section, encompasses most of your rib cage, all the way around. And the third, or the top, encompasses your chest, shoulders, upper back, and neck. So we're going to start by breathing 1/3 into the lowest part of the torso. Then we'll hold the breath. Then we'll breathe in another 1/3 into the middle part of the torso, and then we'll hold the breath. Then we'll inhale again to the very top of the neck, all the way around, and we'll hold, consciously relaxing the body. Then through the nose, we'll empty the breath really slowly and hold the breath out. That's 1 cycle. Let's try 3 cycles together and 3 cycles on your own. Durga Pranayama, 3-part breathing. Just sit up tall and relaxed. You might place a hand on your chest to indicate the top or the 3rd part, and a hand on your lower belly to indicate the lowest or the 1st part. And then maybe close the eyes to help you visualize where you're breathing into. Prepare to begin by emptying this breath into the first part of your torso. Inhale 1/3. Pause. Into the middle, inhale 1/3. Pause. Into the top, inhale 1/3. Hold the breath. Through your nose, slowly exhale. Hold it out. Cycle 2. Inhale the first 1/3. Pause. Inhale the middle. Pause. Inhale the top. Hold. Relax. Exhale everything. Hold it out. Last one together. Inhale the lowest part. Pause. Inhale the middle. Pause. Inhale the top. Hold. Relax. Exhale slowly. Hold. And continue 3 more cycles on your own. Taking your time when you finish, let go of controlling your breath for a few moments and observe what you feel. Continue to breathe naturally as we enter our yin and restorative practice. And sense the breath as a way to bridge your awareness to your body in the present, especially if you notice your attention going astray. Come back to the breath, just feeling it. Let's make our way to lying down on our backs. Bring a block with you and set it aside, and place your strap there as well. Then lying on your back, bend your knees, set your feet on the ground, and take a block, lift your hips, and place the block wide across your sacrum, right under the flat part of your lower back. Make sure it's not too low towards the bottom of your glutes or too high towards your rib cage, but where it's comfortable and stable for you to rest on. And then just start here. Bring the arms down by your sides, really close to your side ribs. Rotate the upper arms externally and turn the palms to face up, helping to broaden your chest. Tilt your chin slightly back and open your throat. So this is supported bridge pose, meant to open up the fronts of the shoulders, front of the torso, fronts of the hips and thighs. If you're wanting a little more sensation, you can stack 2 blocks. Grab the second block. Or you can tilt that first block to the second level height, or even the third level height if that's available without causing any strain. Feel that your feet are on the ground about your hips distance apart, and that your feet are parallel to each other, spreading the toes evenly, resting the 4 corners of each foot on the ground. And then feel that your thighs are also hips width apart, and they're parallel to each other too. As you keep your feet still, rotate your inner thighs slightly towards the ground. So this rotation happens at the shoulder sockets without moving your knees in location. So they stay right where they are. So this is a way of broadening the lower back, widening across the sacrum. And as you do that, imagine the tailbone more actively lengthening forward, though you keep the pelvis on the blocks. Just imagine the tailbone lengthening towards the space between the knees. As you direct that energy in that direction, you might feel a lengthening of the lower back, ever so subtle. So these are more internal actions. There's not much visible movement that you can see if you look at my body, but they're more felt inside of the body. Can you still sense the breath coming and going? Let's bend the right knee and catch hold of the right thigh or the shin with your hands, or if that requires your shoulders to lift off the ground, then use a strap as an extension of your arms. You can place the strap around the right thigh or shin so that your shoulders stay on the ground. And as you bring that right thigh closer, to whatever degree it's easeful for you, straighten the left leg and press the left heel on the floor. Keep the left knee pointing straight up so you're not turning out the leg. and press the instep of your left foot forward as you continue visualizing your tailbone lengthen towards your inner left knee. Continue to spin your inner left thigh slightly towards the ground, just moving from the hip socket. You might be feeling a release in the left side of your hip flexors here. You can stay right here. Otherwise, if it's available in your body without strain on your knees or ankles, might be a little discomfort on the ankle. Bend your right knee forward and with your right hand, take the top of your right foot and place it on the floor just to the right side of your right hip, really close to you. Have your right knee as close to your left knee as possible, pointing it down and forward as you continue to actively lengthen the tailbone towards your inner left knee. Slightly lifting your frontal hip bones and lengthen your lower back. Seal the bottom of your front ribs towards your back. These last two actions avoid hyperarching the lower back or compressing it. Again, feel a few more cycles of natural breath. If you're taking the latter variation in which you flip the top of the right foot on the ground, make sure you're not splaying the knees apart wider than hips distance. Keep them close together. What sensations are you most prominently feeling right now? And bring that open-minded curiosity to just being in the aliveness of your body. If you have the top of your right foot flipped onto the ground, start to unflip it slowly. Straighten the right leg forward so you have both legs straight ahead. Make sure not to turn out the legs. Press the insteps of the feet forward and maybe raise the arms overhead for just a couple of breaths of long stretch. Then bend both knees and step both feet on the ground. Pause here. Bring the arms down, palms face up. Connect with the breath. Then bend your left knee into your chest. Take hold of the thigh or shin with your hands or use a strap as an extension of your arms, making sure the shoulders stay on the ground. Bring the left thigh closer and closer as you begin to maybe straighten the right leg, press the right heel on the ground, and make sure not to turn out the leg. Keep the right knee pointing straight up as you press the instep of your right foot forward. Visualize your tailbone lengthening forward towards your inner right knee. Stay in this version of the posture, focusing more on the right hip flexor, or add the quadricep lengthening variation where you bring the top of the left foot as you point the toes to the ground just to the left side of your left hip, really close to the hip. Be mindful in this transition that you're not overarching the lower back. Hug the knees close together, no wider than hips width, and point the left knee down and forward at the same level as the right knee as much as you can. And what you do on one side might be different than what you do on the other side, depending on the balances or imbalances in your own body. So honor what's present. Be kind to yourself and your body. Notice the sensory experiences you're having right now without having to analyze them. Simply be in the sensations. Be wholly there. Notice if you sense any sensations shifting in any way. Engaging your mind in your bodily presence. Slowly begin to straighten both legs forward, both heels on the ground, parallel your feet. You can flex the feet or point the toes. Maybe stretch the arms overhead for just a few breaths. Then bend your knees both and set your feet on the ground, removing the block or blocks from under your body. Lowering your pelvis to the floor. Draw your bent knees together into your chest and gently rock sideways or any direction. You might circle the legs. Figure eights. Just notice what your body needs. Bend the right knee into your chest and straighten the left leg on the floor. Now reach for your strap and step the ball of your right foot into it. Hold the strap in your left hand so we can prepare to twist. Extend the right leg up, slide your pelvis to the right, about 3 to 5 inches towards the right edge of your mat. Open your right arm wide on the ground, gazing towards your right hand, ground your right shoulder and sickle your right foot. The sickling action is moving from the right ankle and turning the sole of the foot to face the left wall. And by doing that, as you're twisting, you're helping to lengthen along the IT band, the outer right thigh, outer right hip. So keep the right shoulder down and slowly begin to twist to your left side. As you're twisting, draw your right outer hip forward so it slightly tilts towards the front edge of your mat. I'm going to be here for a couple of minutes. Remember, only go as far in the twist as your right shoulder can stay on the ground. You can also put a pillow or some kind of prop to catch your inner right leg if that helps. Notice how your breath feels right now. Slowly begin to unravel onto your back and remove the strap. Slide the right leg to the ground. Step the ball of your left foot into the strap and hold the strap in your right hand. Slide your pelvis closer to the left edge of your mat. If you used a pillow to catch your inner leg on the first side, you might transfer that pillow over to the right. Slide your left arm out to the left, gazing towards your left hand, ground your left shoulder. Then sickle your left foot from the ankle, turn the sole to face the right wall. Slowly begin to twist to your right side. Take your time to really be in the sensations that might be shifting along the way, along the journey. Tilt your left outer hip forward, slightly towards the front edge of your mat. Can you still sense your breath? Slowly begin to unravel from the twist, removing the strap. Start to make your way up to sit. Either sitting directly on the ground, on a pillow or a blanket. Whatever allows you to sit up tall with ease. Bend your knees apart and bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your heels close to your groins as you hold your outer feet or big toes and root down to your two sitting bones. Maybe close the eyes and visualize lifting energy from the root center at the base of your spine up to your sacral center, lower back, lower belly, up to your solar plexus center, towards your mid back, upper belly, up towards your heart center, towards the middle of the chest, up towards the throat center, up towards your third eye center, center of the brain, and all the way up to your crown. Keep relaxing the shoulders, and now, if it's available, start to bow from your hips. Keeping the spaciousness throughout your spine. Maybe walk the hands forward. What are you sensing in your body right here? What's shifting energetically? Press the hands down, crawl them towards you, and start to slowly rise. Stretch the legs forward and let's prepare for Paschimottanasana. Have your feet about hips width apart, and you can opt to walk your hands down backs of your legs and maybe eventually clasp your big toes, or use your strap around the balls of your feet as an extension of your arms, which gives you more ability to relax the shoulders back. Flex your feet, ground your sitting bones, and lengthen from the base of your spine through those 7 chakras again, all the way to the crown. And then fold at your pace, little by little from the hips. Keep the throat open, keep the shoulders relaxed. Press your hips down and breathe in. Slowly rise. Circle out your feet. Roll the shoulders back and down a few times. Maybe gently turn the head and just feel your neck move in different directions. Let's set up for Shavasana. Actually, before Shavasana, I'll be guiding you through our meditation practice, lying down, which is a guided mindful relaxation with the body. So set up in a way that your body can feel really open and you can be still, because we'll be lying down throughout the meditation and then into the silence of Shavasana after. If you want some lower back support, you can either use your pillow or a rolled up blanket and place it across your mat under the backs of your knees like this. Let the feet splay apart wider than your hips distance. And then leaning back, you can lie flat on the floor, or if you want to open up the fronts of the shoulders a bit, set up 2 blocks, like an equal sign behind you on their medium height, one behind the back of your skull, and one just beneath the bottom tips of your shoulder blades like this, so that your shoulders can roll off the blocks, helping to lift the chest. You might like to have the palms face up, slightly away from your sides to encourage the chest to broaden, the shoulders to relax. Take the time to adjust anything in your body so that you can really relax and be still and feel balance along the left and right sides of your body. And then as you're ready, invite your body to be still. Close the eyes and imagine breathing into your whole body slowly, filling it up through all ends, tips of the fingers, tips of the toes, top of the head. And try to empty the breath through the mouth even slower. Let every last bit of air out from the lungs. And then try that again. Inhaling, imagining filling up your entire body. Without strain. You might linger at the top of the breath for a few seconds and really feel that you've breathed in all you can. And then see if you can exhale even longer out through the lips, so that as you're breathing out, your bones become heavier The muscles around the bones soften. Try that one last time. Inhaling into the whole body through the nose. Holding it for a few seconds at the top. Exhaling through the lips longer than the in-breath. Letting the bones sink towards the earth and the muscles to soften. When you've released any last bit of air, let go of doing. Let go of controlling the breath. Feel the freedom of resting. And as you rest here, I'll guide your awareness to different areas in your body, bringing a mindful, loving attention to that part of your body relaxing. Let's begin at your skull. Feel the back of your skull resting on the surface below it. Let your scalp relax too. Feel the gentle weight of your eyeballs sinking into their sockets. Let this slight grounding encourage the muscles all around your face to soften. Forehead, cheeks, tongue, jaw, soften. Let the ears relax. With your head at ease, sense your neck unwinding from any obligation to hold the head up. Feel the muscles along the back of the neck, at your throat, and along the tops of your shoulders. Relax. Feel your chest light and open. Feel your belly completely soften. Feel the weight of your pelvis heavy on the surface below. Relaxing your pelvic floor, relaxing your glutes. Now from your left shoulder, sense your left arm bones sinking towards Mother Earth. Feel your left palm relax. From your right shoulder, feel your right arm bones heavy, sinking down as your right palm relaxes. Gently lower your inner gaze to your thighs, feeling your left leg, the bones from the left thigh down to the knee, down to the shin, all the way down to the toes, sinking, sinking. Left foot soft and relaxed. Become aware of your right leg from the thigh. Let the bone be heavy. Let the knee sink down. Feel the right shin resting. All the way down to your right foot. Soften the sole of your right foot. Now sense your body as a whole. Feel it at ease. Sense the breath flowing naturally with ease. Be in the stillness for the next few minutes, marinating in the effects of your practice in Shavasana. as your body remains still, your eyes closed. Sense how your body feels right now. Notice what parts of your body are ready to move first, and let the movements be gentle and slow. Letting one movement inspire another, maybe a stretch. Eventually turning over onto your right side and resting your head. As you notice your breath, feel your energy right now. And does it feel any different since the beginning of this practice? Pressing your hands into the earth, slowly lift your body up. Find a comfortable way to sit, bringing closure to our practice. Maybe joining the palms in prayer at your heart as you recognize anything now that you appreciate. Mentally or out loud, I invite you to say your intention for this practice again. Imagine to whom you dedicated this practice. Somehow experiencing joy in being present. Remembering that when we commit to totally immersing ourselves to being here now, we just might enjoy these moment by moments more fully. Even work can feel like play. Let's close the practice chanting Om, sending out the vibrations that we've cultivated as a community here so that maybe others can also benefit. 3 chants. Bowing in, recognize the light within. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.